guys, welcome back to another video. So I got my mom with me.
Hi.
She's a nurse. Pretty cool, pretty cool. But I wanted to show you something really neat. I got a vacuum sealer, and I've been talking about it for months how I wanted one because, as you know, I process a lot of deer, and the freezer paper absolutely sucks. I hate cutting up deer and then having freezer paper, and then I check back in and not even like a month, and it's freezer burnt, and then I have to throw away my deer that I just killed. That's kind of like it's not very good. It's not very good as a sportsman, and it's not very good to just do that anyways. There's a lot of hungry kids in this world, so we need to prevent that. And we found somebody came up with this invention, probably in the 1800s, and I'm just now getting to learn it. But you can vacuum seal your meat, and it won't get freezer burnt. We were just talking about it. I think it's like up to 3 years, and it also another benefit, especially while doing deer or any kind of wild game, is that meat grows bacteria constantly. So you're talking deer or elk, even if you're taking it out of the woods, it's growing bacteria. So this prevents the stop of getting that bacteria on the meat, which is also a really, really good thing.
Once you freeze it, yeah.
As a nurse, what do you think about bacteria on especially deer or something like that? Probably
yeah,
not
I
good.
definitely think that you need to be cautious when, processing the meat, also when storing the meat. It's very important, along with, cooking or whatnot. I do like the out-of-air freezer bags because they are microwavable safe. You can boil them, you can freeze them, refrigerate them. And I'm a meal prepper. I like to prep my meals up, especially for when I work. I'm a nurse and I work 12-hour shifts, so I like to prep them. And these small bags are perfect because I'll do like portion sizes and put them in these small bags. And then when you seal them, you just take them to work and say it's something that you want to microwave. You throw it in the microwave, and then when it comes out, you have like these little perforated edges to where you can just rip the bag open. Don't need to cut it, no knife. So it's really good.
Yeah, and as all you hunters know, seeing these small bags, which I'm going to show you some bigger ones, which is, I'll tell you the reason I think they're a little bit better for us outdoorsmen, but these are actually almost perfect because say that you're going to the deer stand, or say that you're even just going on a road trip. You could literally freeze these overnight, break them out, and have them unthaw, and then you got a little snack on your road trip or in the deer stand. I think that's the most convenient thing about the little bags.
Perfect.
But as her, she's working, so she always needs like lunch and stuff, and she could fit a whole chicken breast in this little bag, and you have your lunch right there or whatever you're eating that day.
Yeah. Also, there's a little area if you want to keep your contents a little higher up in the bag. There's an area to where you can label what it is, especially if you're throwing it in the freezer, or even for meal prepping or long term. I would put what the meat is or the contents of the bag and a date there, just so you know when you threw it in the freezer.
Yeah, I mean,
they're very convenient.
Yeah, it's way better than butcher paper or anything like that, because you got to think that you're saving money, because butcher paper is outrageous, especially if you go to a Walmart or something like that. You can buy this box, which I'm going to talk a little bit more about this, but you can buy this box for $22. And when you use my code, you can save 10% on that. So you're really getting a really good deal, as well as the vacuum sealer. One-time purchase on this, and it's going to last you a long, long time.
It's going to be, you get your money's worth just by saving on meat. Prevent your meat from getting freezer burnt. Meat is not cheap.
Yeah.
I know we like to buy, at least half a beef and half to a whole hog every year, and most of our meat does come freezer or sealed, so it doesn't get freezer burnt. But if, say, we got a good deal on a big stack of pork chops at the store, and we want to break them up, 4 in a bag, just wrapping them in saran wrap or putting them in a Ziploc bag, they're going to get freezer burnt. This would prevent that.
So one of the things that she noticed was that it had a little tear right here also on both sides, so there's no need to get some scissors out or anything like that. Say you're on the go, just pop that little thing like a bag of beef jerky and you're on your way. This thing's really, really good for us hunters too, because like she said, you got that little white strip down there, you can write on it before you seal it. Put it the day that you you got it or whatever. Even if it's just hamburger, you can say when you got it and throw it in your freezer, and then you'll always know. So I mean, they're really, really handy.
You can go to www.outofair.com to get the bags along with a roll of the plastic, and you can cut it and make your own size, individualized bags. So it really just is neat.
If you think,
I've enjoyed using it.
also if you didn't do it like I did, like if you did it or Haley did it, and you made it all nice and neat, don't you think it'd save a lot of room in the freezer too?
Absolutely.
Because it went from that to just this.
Yeah.
And you say you're gonna do a deep freezer, it would save like almost a whole bunch of
Even
more
if
room.
you did several of those, it would be less bulky than this.
Yeah. I mean, I mean, every way you look at it, you can always think of a positive. The only negative I can really think about it is time consuming if you was going to do a whole bunch on one day. Like if you was talking about doing a half of a cow, that would take you a while. But you also got to think, it's better than getting half a cow and then going down there in a month and your half a cow's run.
Yeah. Especially when meat's not cheap.
Yeah, we've learned a lot about it. We've had
Definitely.
butchers in the past just put it in freezer paper, and I have my deer right now sitting in freezer paper. I'm getting ready to go do all my deer, but it will not last.
In
So
the freezer paper.
yeah, it will not last in freezer paper at all. So these big rolls I was talking about, like $22 for a big roll. These are like super big rolls. This is 11 inches and it's 100-foot roll, so you can just go like this. Has the cutter in there. You can cut your bag to whatever size you want. Same with this one. This one's 8 inches and it's a 100-foot roll. Same way. You can make it your own size. I think the biggest plus about this, as come from a hunter, is I could butcher one leg on a deer. And I could shove it all in this bag. And I know that's one whole leg on a deer. That's pretty neat to me because then I don't have to process it all that one day. I know where all the meat came from. I can go out there and like say 6 months when it's midsummer and I'm bored, I can pull this out of the freezer and process the rest of the deer. And I know it's not going to go bad. Like she said, there's a lot of positives to these bags too. They're 33% thicker. They're BPA free. I know he's talking about that because that's pretty neat too. Cause
Yeah, it's important, especially when you're messing with plastic.
yeah.
Just to be healthier.
You can
safer.
also, which is kind of neat, we was talking about it too, is you can microwave these bags. You can boil these bags. So say
Refrigerate, freeze.
yeah, refrigerate, freeze, and it's all going to keep that meat really, really good.
And not just meat. Fruit,
Yeah.
meat.
I think we're sticking on meat a little too much.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to expand on that because,
Yeah.
you can even put fruit in it to save it, salvage it. And then, like he said, my grandma, his great grandma, when we was traveling and things, she would sometimes use those one bags and seal the clothes down and make it easier for when we was traveling. And
Yeah, and I wanted to point this out to especially my viewers. As us deer hunters or any kind of hunters, and you'll know as well, she's deer hunted before, our biggest factor when it comes to hunting, one of the key crucial parts about hunting is keeping scent free. I never thought about it, but you could vacuum seal your hunting clothes, and that's like 100% scent free. As
Yeah,
soon as you
that's a
get
good
done
idea.
hunting for that season, I'm gonna vacuum seal every piece of clothing I have. It's no moisture is getting to this. No scent, no nothing. It just sits in the bag. The bags have no smell. So
Yeah.
I can't stand when something comes, you know what I mean, that has a
and it
smell
has
to
that
it.
smell, yeah.
Or like a,
Especially if you're going to be messing with food.
yeah.
You don't want something to smell or be weird.
Or have you seen like plastic? Sometimes it has like a powdery film on it.
Yeah.
And that kind of scares me. I don't know what that powdery film is. So
Yeah, these are nice.
They're
no
like-
smell, clean.
I'm just curious. I want to see how, like, these things are like super, super thick. Like, I mean, I'm scratching that. But they're super, super thick.
Yeah, they're really nice. Anyways, I think it's definitely worth your money and your value, especially if you are an outdoorsman that processes your own meat. you want to freeze it, or even like I said, if you buy bulk meat at the grocery store for your family and you want to break it up or just freeze it, seal it before you freeze it to make sure it preserves well and no chances of freezer burnt, along with fruit and just different things. So I would definitely check them out. Again, that's www.outofair.com. Use the code Spence Outdoor at checkout for 10% discount.
Yeah, I'll have that all linked down the bottom for you guys. I'll make it super easy. I'll have the website and our discount code. Saves you 10% at checkout. So whether it's on this or the bags, if you just want to buy one roll of bags and a vacuum sealer and try it out for yourself, go for it. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. There's
Also, not to interrupt you, but the
Yeah, go
Food
ahead.
Saver, the sealer itself is also available at outofair.com, correct?
correct.
Yep.
Yeah,
okay.
you can buy if you wanted to, you can buy everything that you've seen in this video today, and you're going to save 10% all off on it. They might be even running holiday sales. Don't quote me on it. You'll have to check because I don't know when this video is going up. It might go after Christmas, but they still should have Cyber Monday sales.
I don't know. I think that's before Christmas, but don't quote me.
I don't know. We're kind of slow around here. We live in Illinois. But it's a great kit. If you're interested in anything that you've seen in this video, just go check them out. Even if you just want to message them and ask them questions on it, I'm sure they'll give you more insight. I mean, I'm just
We're just, using the
winging.
products, and
Yeah, we're
we
just winging.
liked it, and so we thought we'd share the info.
yeah. I mean, like,
So we hope that y'all have a Merry Christmas and have a good evening.
peace. I'm gonna go vacuum seal my sister.